Hello, and welcome to the internet's hottest, best, brightest, smartest, most intelligent, anything you want to say about this new money show called Making Money TV. I'm Danny Fontana, the skinny guinea with the ravioli eyes. Are you a fan of Sunday morning talk shows? I must admit I'm hooked on the Sunday morning talk shows. Well, I see Tim Geithner, and he's on Face the Nation or Meet the Press or one of those doodads. And he says something that's completely predictable, but totally asinine. He was asked by the host what he thought about President Obama's new tax plan. And he said, we're going to tax the top 5% of American wage earners, and that therefore 95% of the people are not going to be taxed. And that's a good thing. That's what the president wants to do, and that's a good thing. Folks, it's probably quite possibly one of the, come here, get close to me, okay? Probably one of the most idiotic things I've ever heard in my life. And here's why. First of all, the notion that 95% of you aren't going to get a tax increase is absolute horse hockey. And you know I'm telling you the truth. Everything on the tax base is going up. The only thing that, he's taking the 10% bracket, which is the poorest people out there that pay taxes, the 10% bracket, taking that to 15%. That's a 50% increase. That's just one. There's 10 different taxes that are be added here to everybody, not just the top 5%. The top 5% are going from 35% to 39.6%. Now, here's the problem with that. The argument that Geithner is making, the Secretary of the Treasury, the argument that he's making is that this somehow is going to spur growth, and therefore it's going to create jobs. Now, let me just tell you something, folks. According to the recent Kaufman survey, a very well-respected survey, the top 5% of wage earners in America are small business owners. And small business creates, are you ready for this? 100% of new jobs in this country are created by new businesses within the first 5 years of business creation. Not some of the jobs, all of the jobs. So what's the administration's solutions to this? What is Geithner saying we should do? Let's tax those guys. Well, let me tell you what's going to happen, folks. They're going to let people go because they're not going to make less money. They're not going to do that. And they're certainly not going to be incented to make more money when they got to pay more taxes if they do. So what would I do? If I'm making $251,000, I'm going to make $249,000. Capiche? Do you understand how this works? Of course you do. And that's why tax increases do not spur growth. They kill growth. And that's what I'm trying to, even John Kennedy knew that. A Democrat. The way you create growth in this country is not to increase taxes, it's to decrease taxes. In other words, you trust the people to keep more of their own money because they'll save it and invest it and spend it the way they want to. When you give government money to spend, they spend it and they do a horrific job of it. You don't believe me? Go look at what it costs to build 1 mile of road. Take one look at a defense budget contract and tell me the government knows about efficiency. Look no further than the post office. They absolutely got something that you have to use, and they still lose $7 billion a year. Folks, it's ludicrous. What's your takeaway on this? You've got to vote your pocketbooks. You've got to understand that a tax increase costs the government money, doesn't create more money, and it costs you a bunch. Okay? See you next time.